Hi everyone! Today we're going to be continuing Endwalker with Hermes, Hythlodaeus, my favorite bird girl, Midian, and Emmett. I don't know what we're doing next, but we'll see. I'm not wearing my robe, Hythlodaeus, sorry. I'm gonna go look at that again. Basically, it's a natural phenomenon for the soul to actually exist, at least to this lore. So it's not like they choose, like the ancients choose for us to have a soul. They didn't make our soul. It is basically ours. Like, our soul comes into being, like, because of nature, because of creation. So it's a good thing that they don't, like, imbue us with, like, a certain soul, like, if they're choosing. That's nice. But out of a natural phenomena, I would say that, you still would have a soul. You still are a soul, I should say. The lore of this game is very, very intriguing. Like Midian here, like she was a creation by these guys, but she has her own soul that is like still coming into its own. Too bad, there's none of her living though. There's none of her race living, which sucks. Hey, I like Midian Emmett. I mean, these guys aren't like, you know, that they're not manned, that they're not like human beings. They're just a part of the planet itself. They're the manifestations of the planet's will, I guess, of the star. Do I just have to aim for them? There we go. I thought I was aiming for them. But no, I have to be right on target to do that. Target missed. Why? I'm not missing the target. Target missed. Oh my god. Really? Do I really have to aim it right here? Can't even aim it right here. There. Yeah, I mean, is Minion an arcane entity? I mean, I would say she's a living being. Despite that, she can read minds and the emotions of others. I would say she's a living being. Well, now we understand what Heidelin meant by hear, feel, think. Hello, Gregorius. Yes, you're a mod because you're always here. The people that come into my streams a lot people that I know a lot from this stream, you're the moderators. Oh, I want to go up there so badly. I want to go to the other islands. So I am happy to know that a soul is, a natural occurrence. Like, these people don't make a soul. The soul comes into its own. Each soul is unique in that way. I want to say that Medion is a soul. Right, Emmett? I mean, he's gonna know that eventually, but still. I mean, the Gubu here is not a soul. This thing is an arcane entity.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects.
Or the Ampelos. It's actually Gubu.
So, how are we coming along?
Oh, the flowers. I'm gonna take like 2 of these.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know these flowers can, like, they can manifest what you're feeling. Like, if you're feeling joy, the flower will, like, just glow. And she can read minds and the emotions of others.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace.
I can see that.
A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
Manifest, reflect, same thing.
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy. Dynamis, we call it.
Oh.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt. And though its existence has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter. On account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of Dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Neteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it. However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, Dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%. The more abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities.
Or destroy your world, possibly?
'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river...
Don't do that, because that's probably what killed your star in the first place. Like, if the energy from the star was weakening in you, if the ether was weakening in your star, then there had to be a cause for it, and maybe this was the cause. Like, maybe you overflowed the energy, like, out of its natural state, that it just collapsed and died.
Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay. I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse. The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being Dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Ah, so she's both an arcane being and a living soul. Interesting.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an Endwalker. Like me.
Yeah, I wonder why. I mean, is it because Heidelin's, is it because of Heidelin's, light? The echo? But is it... I mean, I'm a soul too, but apparently I'm a soul split off from Azem. So it's just like, I am the same soul, but I am also a different soul altogether. I am me. Because I am just not only living my own life, but I am also a different... I am possibly the same soul, but I am also a different person, because not only because of my experiences, but also because of me in general. But as to why my ether is thin, it's just like maybe because I'm not part of the planet like all the ancients are?
So, are we the same? Intellecties.
I don't want to say that I'm an intellecty. I don't want to say that. I'm just a split soul that's also a different soul at the same time, but I'm not like the ancients. I don't come from the star as a manifestation, like, just to take care of the planet. I'm just me. I mean, yeah, I'm able to transcend my limits with nothing but determination, but, I mean, it's true that Emmett probably didn't do a proper job, but I'm gonna say no on this one, but this seems more probable. I was expecting to give her a better answer than this, but Emmett probably didn't do a good job at determining because of my soul and how strong my soul is. It isn't because Emmett didn't do a good job. It's just I'm just not a part of this planet as a manifestation helper.
That sounds more akin to the desperate flailings of a wild beast when facing imminent death.
Oh, piss off, Emmett!
A deficit of ether alone does not an Entelechy make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with Dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it.
Like, I don't just reflect emotion. I don't just reflect emotion.
I'd forgotten about the poor fella. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
But I am not like an ancient who is like just manifested to just take care of the planet. I am here to save the planet and to just keep it thriving, yes, but I am also like a different person, a different soul, even though I am split off from Azem. And as the warrior of light and darkness, I am also expressing so much emotion that sometimes I break down in tears. But am I like this flower? Of course not. I don't reflect the emotional state of someone. As with the echo, I mean, I can just tell like a person's not just emotional state, but also their past. But I wouldn't call it dynamis. But I am quite unlike this flower. I need two of these flowers, to be honest. I need another Elpis. So it doesn't, like, die off on me. Like the last time. Because of all the negative energy. So, basically, this energy is kind of like black matter in a way. And all the other energy that we can't see in the universe that makes up the building block of the entire universal space around us. Black matter, like other energy we have not discovered yet. Yeah, why did he join the congregation? Yes, please. Hythlodeus. Why? Why can't I listen to it, Emmett? Why? He just kicks the ground like, damn it, I wanted to explain his backstory. I know we're friends and I wish you kept living. I like, wait. You're basically a manifestation gardener, basically. That's what you are. From the star itself, you're just a manifestation gardener to take care of the planet, to make it thrive. And then when you give up your office, you're dying. And then you go back to the planet. You go back to the life stream after you die in Final Fantasy VII. La Habrea. Interesting. Oh. Ah! Ho, ho! That makes so much sense now. As a traveler of the world and a counselor to the people, that makes sense of our duties as the warrior of light and darkness. Okay, that's really interesting. Because I traveled not to two other stars, but to, like, everywhere in the entire world, and I console people. I help people. That's interesting. Oh, I'll definitely remember it all. Thank you, Emmett. Wow, okay. Well, that... Wow. Wow. Okay, okay, no, yeah, this... Wow. Huh. Well, it kind of makes me look at my soul a little bit differently now. I mean, I thought I was like a totally different soul, even though I was split off from Zem to like be a protector and savior of the people. But now, because of Zem's personality and his role as an ancient here, as a provider of the star, it makes sense why we're like this too. And it kind of makes sense why the Echo, it can look into the past and like, basically help people. And because the Echo is like, different from person to person, each time Heidelin picks someone, it dives into their soul's, like, greatest personality. And it comes off as that one girl, I forgot her name, Makoto. Makoto can actually see into the future. And she can see into, like, what's going to happen. So that's part of her personality, like a greater part of her soul. And mine, because of Azem's office as like traveler of worlds and a consoler of people, that's what I am. Oh, this lore is so interesting. I love it. Let's see here. With great power comes great responsibility. Damn, I wish I tried it before continuing to MSQ. I just know we can ask stuff to Emma. Surely we can meet La Habrea, right? Yeah, we're gonna meet him, all right. Both in the past and the future, and his current ancient self. Yeah, we're basically confirmed as an extrovert. Oh my god, that makes so much sense to our soul, but at the same time we're different. That is so interesting. I thought they were going up there. I was like, how do I get up there? But they're over here. Sorry, Emmett. Jeez. Huh. I mean, it kind of makes sense because they are manifestations of the star, so why wouldn't they be able to transform? I mean, you know, Emmett did with his, you know, true form of Hades. Sorry, I don't like the robes. I want to be in my unique attire, the attire I like as an individual, Emmett. I don't care about wearing a robe. Oh, I thought you were talking to me, Emmett, at first, but this guy goes around, you know, robeless, nice. I mean, making Emmett do, like, other things, just ordering him around, that's just great. And just being sneaky about it. But him and me is, like, manipulating the ether around him. He can just create wind. That would be that's interesting. I like that. And just ordering him around. Just because of his smug attitude. It's nice to give him a taste of his own medicine. I have a favor to ask of you, Emmett. A favor... I mean, I don't have my keyboard plugged in right now, but... Ask... He's like, no, piss off. Do I really have to plead with him? Really? Fine. Fine, I'll plead with him. Oh, sorry, I forgot the comma on that one. Please, Emmett Silk.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
Do it. You're gonna do it.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emmett Selk. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
And to be honest, I kind of want to see Hermes transform.
Now, there's no need to go quite that far. Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
Please, Emmett Selk. Please.
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I'd thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
Ooh.
I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Yeah, it's hard to freaking
You were
type with the
wondering why
freaking
Emmett
controller.
Selk joined the convocation.
But hi, Casey. How are you doing today?
Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even. Quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so. What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve herself in the business of others. Where she walks, excitement is certain to follow. Her antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern. When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world. And when they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
I like these people. They're cool. It just sucks they all died. Well, I can't click on anything, so... Oh, wave. Okay. Alright, Emmett. You're done here. Wait, I already have wave in here. You have a kitty sitting on you? Nice. I mean, at least Hermes sees these creatures, like, as living beings. Souls are nice. He sees all of these creatures as living beings. The observer's just like, oh, it's a specimen. Oh, it's like a living being. It has to do this to best survive, and it has to have this function. So, like, you know, this abnormality isn't present throughout its generations. And Hermes is like, this creature's a living being. Let it go. Hermes is cool. He cares for all the living beings here, all the creations. I mean, the Dynamis seems promising. But, just gonna say Dynamis on this one. I've learned a lot, I have to say, but I can't kill these people. Hermes is upset that you're gonna be killing like a living being just because it just killed like another, other living being that you created. And Hermes is just like, no, we have to keep all the living beings. They have like their own like life. They have their own like, nature, their own unique way of living, and we should just like let them live. Either if they have a soul or not. Regardless if they have a soul or not, they should just keep living. And, oh, there's more side quests to do. Great. I will be doing those later. It's like, oh no, this creature, isn't living up to our expectations. It's going on the chopping board. And then, Hermes is just like, keep it off the chopping block. This creature is living. It is, after we created it, it should, like, survive and sustain itself for, like, the other generations. Regardless of what it's doing. I mean, these creatures shouldn't be killing other creatures, but still. I'm not even going to, like, try to pronounce, like, most of these creation names. Alright, let's go, Median. that's a little bit intrusive, don't you think? It's exactly, that's what I felt, Hermes. It's intrusive. I mean, I don't know what's worse, execution is, or like to have your memories and your like little bit of your personality altered just because you have to survive and thrive. So don't kill anything else and disturb the natural order. I don't know what's worse. Both are bad. But I agree with Hermes. It's not right to alter like the memories of some living being. But you're toying with a living being you created. Yeah, and she really feels Hermes' like intense vibes and an intense emotional state right now. Right, Medion? Sure. The Elpis. I mean, you probably want Elpis. I mean, if you want to convey emotion, go with Elpis, the Elpis flower. The lavender is good too, but you're probably gonna make me pick, right? You're gonna just make me pick an Elpis flower, I know you are. This is not a plant. This thing is not a plant. Yes, we're gonna go for the Elpis flower. I know we are. We should just go all the way over there because I know we're gonna go there. No, he would not like it, no. No, I'd rather not go near the thing. It's probably not the good sort of memory. I don't think he would like it. See, we're going to the Elpis flower. I knew we were going to the Elpis flower. Here it is. We could have just did this from the beginning. I mean, I liked looking for flowers and all, but still. Yeah, because they're manifesting your emotions, and he doesn't want his emotions to be known. I can understand why. I mean, it became dark because of all the negative energy. I've known the pain of loss and sorrow. I felt great fury and frustration. I have been plagued by doubt and anxiety. I mean, that's me in real life, to be honest. I have been plagued by doubt and anxiety. I mean, I have all of this, to be honest. I mean, like, you know, it's mostly this in real life, but, you know, in game, it's mostly all of this in game. But I have seen a lot of death and sorrow. I've felt frustration because I have seen so much horror, death. I have seen, like, injustice. And sometimes it's like, I don't know if I can actually do this. I don't know if I can actually continue being the warrior of light and the warrior of darkness, because I'm seeing so much shit go down. Dude, they've been talking all day. It's now night.
Hermes!
Are you discussing this all day?
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company. Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
Elpis flowers?
Go on. You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not...
I see Meteon has shared much with you.
Oh,
May we talk a moment?
yes.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought. Some scarcely born into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Nor to miss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? Then I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence.
Both.
Nevertheless, I thank you.
I mean, you're not alone in this.
To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort.
Glad I could be of service. Let's not have no more brooding, eh? Oh, I could tell you all about my suffering.
Lest you misunderstand, I derive no pleasure from your pain. It's just the fact that you are still here in spite of your suffering gives me heart. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteon and her sisters.
She has sisters?
Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them, and they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life. As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for it. But I have faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteon. Let us head back.
All right!
Do you feel one of your sisters? Maybe she felt one of her sisters discover life. Maybe one of her sisters is happy out there. Good morning. Aww. Oh. Do I have to witness this in person? Do I really have to see these, like, some of these creatures die and, like, return to ether? Do I really have to see this? His pain will pass soon, Meteon. Even if he doesn't want this, even if I don't want this either, this has to be. Ugh. This is gonna be devastating for Hermes.
Now! Oh. Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten. In concept endure. To reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire. Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Van Daniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please, don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
Me too.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
I mean, once I came to Elpis, I kind of forgot my mission here because I have made so much friends. I have learned about creation. I have learned about life. I actually forgot why we're here in the first place. And no wonder Emmett just misses his people so much. And I really feel for him now. And not to mention, if you replace your colleague dies, so it's like, what are we really doing? We're trying to sustain the life, not kill it. This is just upsetting. Like, you were manifested from the star to sustain life, to give life, but then, because of replacing your colleagues, you're going to kill that colleague. And then, if something is deemed, like, destructive in nature, you gotta kill it, but here Hermes doesn't, Hermes is like me. Hermes wants all life to thrive. These people's lives are really hard. Oh, we finally get to go use the teleportation device? Sweet. Maybe I'm gonna go around, like, looking for, like, the other, you know, ether currents and whatevers, but I'm sure I have to find some more up there. I know I have one up there somewhere. But, this is going on a somewhat happy note. I mean, we get to explore more islands, but at the same time, that we have to just come across the hardships of life. I am not even going to pronounce that name. It reminds me of back home in Gridania.
I present to you Calamelios Zephyros.
It reminds me of Gridania.
Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by... Well, well. An Arrhaeus. How delightful.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago.
Why do you want to have a shark that walks on land?
Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact, and then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst, concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
And who is this? Hello? Hello? Who? Oh, it's Heidelin.
That was too close. Are you unharmed?
It's Heidelin.
Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Yours as well,
Hurrah!
Heidelin.
That we should meet you here.
Yeah, Vinat.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work. Vanar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
Oh.
It has been a while, Hythlodaeus. You look well. Less so, Emmet Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number. A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is she, if I may ask?
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are?
You should know me quite well, Hydaelyn. Or Vanat, I should say, with your real name. Or office, or, whatever your title is.
I say, have you perchance come from the future?
How do you know that?
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you.
Yes, it's called the Echo.
Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
This sounds rather like the Blessing of Light. Does it protect you from the enthrallment by primals by any chance? I mean, I wonder what she would... if she would, recall a primal at this state in time. I should say it's like the Blessing of Light, it's like the Echo, but, I mean, it's the same thing, but... She probably wouldn't know what a primal is. Or maybe she will. Maybe she will. Knowing her magics.
Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection. I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
Yes, I am.
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge, so you needn't worry for us. More importantly, That you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
I mean, I severely doubt it, because once I return, the final days is gonna come upon you, and without the final days, we all can't exist, to be honest. But I would love to keep these people alive and thriving, to keep their star alive.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself.
I can't, because I'm going to cause a paradox
As a
in the
representative
future.
of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Shit. God damn it. Now I can't. Now cat's out of the bag. I can't withhold anything anymore.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos. We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to, and quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Well, this is turning out to be quite interesting event, but we're going to leave it here because this is seems very, very, very important. Like, the plot is going to thicken with Vanat and everybody else. And not to mention, I have to let the cat out of the bag because they all know now. I don't know if I can actually forestall, like, the final days, because it already happens. Like, once I return, that's it. That's it. But I want to keep these people living. But if they keep living, if the star keeps living, we can't exist. But then again, I want to, because I don't want that. I don't want Zodiark and Eidolon being made, and then having all this pain and suffering happen. Yes, we're going to be joining in the research later on. But the plot has now thickened. The plot has thickened, but yeah, we're going to be knee deep in some very interesting story. Story unfolds, like story lore. I thought we were like involved with more story lore before, but apparently, not. It keeps like going down the rabbit hole, and it just keeps getting more interesting as we go on. But I can jump down here, and that's nice. But yeah, this place reminds me of Gorgania. Interesting. But this has been Jeanne Pucelle, and when we come back, we will explore the rest of the star. We will explore the rest of Elpis. This is going to be fun. And then I'm going to be like doing these in the process. Just to get like more aether currents. But this has been Jeanne Pucelle, and I will see you guys next time. But yeah, we're going to go down the loop rabbit hole. This is getting really interesting. I like this. This is really nice. I guess this is what made people love Endwalker, and I can see why. But we will return later on. Have a good night, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. See you guys later.